What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video. And here we have Naughty Dog confirms new game, The Last of Us Part 3. Man, this is going to be interesting to watch just because of how the last one went and how controversial it became. You know, even after who dying, and then that was just the first iceberg to the whole debacle with the game, and it eventually became worse having to play as who. Well, I'm gonna say it, after Joe died and having to play as Abby. Yeah, it was I feel like they tried to make it enjoyable, but like story-wise, the cutscenes, they try to make it enjoyable, but the gameplay is where it matters the most, and at least the gameplay was good enough to I guess not have the game be terrible. But the story of it was great. It was just a certain decisions they made throughout the story that kind of made it kind of, I guess, of a decent game. Not as great as the first one. So I guess in the TV aspect, it would be better because all you have to do is watch, and you're not physically in that character, playing that character, and seeing their move swings and stuff like that. But let's just get into the video.
So I know the fans really want Last of Us Part 3. I hear about it all the time, and all I could say is that look, we're already into our next project. So the decision has already been made. I can't say what it is, but that's the process we went through, that there was a lot of consideration of different things, and we picked the thing we were most excited for.
This Don the Bomb guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, wait. Brand new single player.
We know many of you have been looking forward to hearing more about The Last of Us multiplayer game. We're incredibly proud of the job our students have done this far, but our development has continued. We realize what is best for the game to give it more time. Our team will continue to work on the project as well as other games in development, including a brand new single-player experience. We look forward to sharing more soon. We're grateful to our fantastic community for your support. Thank you for your passion for our games that continues to drive us. Okay.
Their experience. Look forward to sharing more soon.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
That's the most I've seen him excited. That's the most I've seen Charlie excited and like ever, like the first time ever. That's crazy.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? So if you guys remember, yesterday I made a video discussing a statement made by Naughty Dog. The first half of it, where they confirmed that the Last of Us multiplayer game has been delayed internally for who knows how long. We may not even get that update this year that we were promised. Only time will tell, and you could tell I was very mad, disappointed. But there was a second part of the statement. If you've seen the beginning of the intro, you know what it is. Where Naughty Dog, again, for people that think I've been clickbaiting and lying to you for all these months, no, I've been telling you, even Neil's statements have confirmed that they are at work on a brand new single-player experience. It seems by the statement that they made that we're going to be getting info on it soon. Now, with Naughty Dog's words soon, it could be months, it could be even a year or two. Only time will tell. But we've got some stuff coming up soon, and with the multiplayer game now being pushed back, it seems like this reveal may happen even before we get stuff on the multiplayer game, which is wow, okay. But now we have official word from Naughty Dog themselves, not Neil or anyone associated, just the official company, that yes, a brand new single player experience is coming. So, we're going to talk about that, what I think it is, and all the recent rumblings that could hint, and predict what it possibly could be, because in my opinion, it's two. If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, join about that near 30% of people are subscribed by hitting that red subscribe button to help us hit 360K. Be sure to hit that notification bell, have it set to all, join about that near 100,000 people.
Let's go.
You will not miss any videos, shorts, or streams covering The Last of Us or any Naughty Dog future project. Alright, my friends, let's go for 1,500 likes for this big video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's get straight into it.
Facts.
So this entire statement was addressed to Last of Us fans. Now, people are going to try to spin that and say, oh my god, wait, what does that mean? Well, mainly this was for the multiplayer game, this entire statement. But read the second line. Our team will continue to work on the project as well as our other games in development. And that means there are multiple games in development. 3+ right now, because we've got the multiplayer games still. Yeah. We've got this new single-player project. Mm-hmm. We've got potentially, who knows, part 2, director's cut, or some other secret project. Mm-hmm. And there's also that visual arts game that Naughty Dog's assisting another company with.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Many people have rumored that to be Uncharted 5 / the reboot. Because remember, Naughty Dog is done with Uncharted, but they are assisting another company to make a game in a beloved PlayStation franchise. So who knows what that's going to be. But they had to put the words, including a brand new...
Uncharted was a great story-based game. I feel like Last of Us, the first Last of Us was better than the Uncharted series. It was better. The Last of Us was better of a story-based series than Uncharted, but it was still a great experience to play though.
Single-player experience. We look forward to sharing more soon. So it's confirmed a new single-player experience is coming, and we're gonna hear about it soon. Could it be potentially at next month's Summer Game Fest? I don't think so. I think that's too soon. We may hear about it before the end of the year. Now, recent rumblings have stated to 2 games. We've got The Last of Us Part 3, which has been rumored, speculated, and hinted for years now. And we have a brand new IP, which has been, again, rumored, speculated for years now. Both have a chance of happening. I do believe whatever one gets announced, the other one is going to come right after at some point. Had you asked me this question a year ago, I would have said The Last of Us Part 3, no hesitation. But now, as time has passed, I'm really starting to think this might be a new IP. And why would that be? Why have I changed my mind on what I thought a year ago was dead set being Part 3? Well, a lot has changed since then. Neil's wording hasn't really been, specific to one thing or the other. Now, people think based on what he said in that earlier, beginning clip where I played where he was getting interviewed by the Kinda Funny Games team, he basically said, I know a lot of people have been asking about The Last of Us Part 3. I hear about it all the time, but the decision's already been made. We're moving on. Now, he didn't specifically say if it wasn't going to be Part 3, but basically making the implication that there's a possibility it could be something else, because everyone thinks it's dead set on Part 3. Naughty Dog's at that crossroads again where they have to make a decision. Do they just become purely a Last of Us studio, or do they do what they did when Uncharted was getting near the end of its cycle? And they've already made that decision based on what Neil said, but I'm saying hypothetically, what did they decide on? Do they want to continue The Last of Us?
Didn't Uncharted 4 have a multiplayer series? I think I remember them having a multiplayer series. Yeah, I think they did. For Uncharted 4, they had a multiplayer series. So they did do that for Uncharted.
Again? Make another game? With the multiplayer game? Or are they going to release a new IP in between and then finish The Last of Us with Part 3? Because I guarantee the Part 3 will not be the Last of Us game, but it will be the end of Joel and Ellie's story. That I can guarantee. I don't think The Last of Us will go anywhere after Part 3, but you can definitely guarantee Joel and Ellie's story is going to be done, and we might just get a new, spin-off series, or who knows what they'll do with it. But yeah, The Last of Us is a franchise that will not go anywhere, but Joel and Ellie's story will conclude with the 3rd and final game, which will end the trilogy. Kind of just like how Uncharted 4 was the send-off to Nathan Drake. Now, we know an outline was written for Part 3. Neil confirmed this 2 years ago, and more leakers have come out recently and said The Last of Us Part 3 is in development. Even if this new game is a new IP, I do believe Part 3 is in development. That is obvious. So what they might do is drop this new IP next year or 2025, and then we might see Part 3 2027, maybe 2026. I think we could see potentially 2 big Naughty Dog single-player projects in the span of 2 to 4 years. Wow. And that's a realistic expectation. That, especially if they're working on both these games at the same time, that makes sense, does it not? So I think The Last of Us Part 3 is in development. I don't think that's any shocker or surprise. I just don't think it's going to be this new game. I think I'm willing to take a guess now. I think it's going to be a new IP. I hope I'm wrong because I really want Part 3, but I'm not going to complain if it's a new IP because I'd be very, very interested to see what Naughty Dog could do in a new IP, especially now that will be what they're going to be doing along with Last of Us for years to come, because Uncharted's done, Jack Daxter's done, so, you know, hope it's something good. All I really know about the new IP is the codename Strays Cross. This could have easily have changed by now, but basically they said steampunk sci-fi type game. And again, this was like in 2018. It's been so long since this dropped, so who knows? Things could have changed by now. I don't really know what it's going to be. And that's the interesting part about this. There's been rumblings, there's been rumors, but nothing really concrete. Like, all these Part 3 things have come up, but not really much on the new IP. They've kept this pretty quiet. Now, there is a game Neil Druckmann's working on, and I believe that is Part 3. I believe whatever game is being worked on, which is this new IP that's going to come next, is being worked on by different developers at Naughty Dog, being developed, you know. I believe Neil Druckmann is going to be the developer for Part 3, and I believe Ert Marganaw, it's a pretty big name at Naughty Dog, I believe he's going to be the director for this new IP, because it seems like, look at his bio, director of some new game, huh?
Yeah.
So, that's my guess. New IP first, probably in a year or two, then Part 3 around 2026, 2027, maybe even 2028, if it goes. And that will correlate with The Last of Us HBO, you know, when it finishes up, it's probably 2 or 3 seasons with Part 2's storyline. So, we shall see. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know, what do you think it's going to be? Do you think this new single-player experience is going to be new IP or Part 3? Let me know down below in the comments, but stay tuned. I'll update you as soon as we get news on it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
But beauteous fields, their vigils keep.
It's weird because if part 2 wasn't such a how do I say it? If Part 2 wasn't such a controversial game, I feel like if they would have made whenever they drop Part 3, right? I don't think a lot of people's gonna look into it just because of how Last of Us 2 ended. It might not be as hyped as, you know, as the first 2, but who knows? You know, maybe they could figure out a way to turn it around. They could implement like a lot of new stuff that wasn't really expanded on Part 1 and 2. One thing I do believe is that I don't think they're gonna continue with Ellie and Joel's story in Part 3. I feel like they're gonna focus on a bigger cause. But they might go to a new person that we've seen in the last 2 games and expand on their story more, or it just could be the fact of how to stop this cure, you know, somehow without Ellie, and you know, and we'll see what happens from there. But I have other than that, I have no idea what they're gonna do next. But this was a really great video. I'm glad he touched on some points that we had questions about, you know, the drop of The Last of Us 3. You know, they're working on the multiplayer, of course, and a new project that they're coming out with. So we'll see what they do from now on. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.